Imagine a time when the most powerful weapon was a bow and arrow. This was the reality until the 9th century when the Chinese invented gunpowder, forever changing the course of history. The ancient Chinese civilization was one marked by groundbreaking discoveries and profound knowledge. These were a people who were deeply connected to their surroundings and demonstrated an extraordinary understanding of the natural. They were pioneers in many fields, including medicine, philosophy, and technology. The invention of gunpowder is one of the most significant outcomes of their scientific pursuits. The story of gunpowder begins with its initial use. Contrary to what you may think, this revolutionary substance wasn't developed for the purpose of warfare. Instead, it was originally used as a medicinal substance. Ancient Chinese alchemists believed that gunpowder held the potential to heal the body and prolong life. Some even speculated that it could offer the promise of immortality. As these alchemists continued their experiments, they discovered that the mixture they'd created had a much more potent potential. When ignited, it would produce a striking burst of energy and flame. The explosive power of gunpowder was unintentionally discovered, and it would forever alter the human civilization's trajectory. One of the first applications of this newfound potential was the fire lance. This crude weapon, considered the earliest form of gun-like weapon, consisted of a simple tube made of bamboo or metal, which could launch a burst of flames or even shrapnel at an enemy. It was a far cry from the sophisticated firearms we see today, yet it signified the dawn of a new era. Now, while the Chinese were the inventors of gunpowder, it didn't stay confined within the Great Wall for long. The knowledge of this potent substance traveled far and wide, crossing borders and reaching distant lands. This was made possible by one of the most significant trade routes in the history of mankind, the Silk Road. The Silk Road was a vast network of paths that spanned from the Far East to Europe. It was a conduit for the exchange of goods, ideas, and innovations. As traders and explorers journeyed along these routes, they carried with them the knowledge of gunpowder. The first stop on this journey was the Middle East. Here, scholars were fascinated by this mysterious substance. They studied it, understood its composition, and documented its formula. The next stop was Europe, which would become the birthplace of the first true guns. With the diffusion of gunpowder knowledge, a new epoch in the history of warfare was ushered in. The age of swords and shields was gradually replaced by an era dominated by gunpowder and the weapons it powered. This marked a significant shift in the balance of power across continents. However, this was just the beginning. Over the centuries, the firearm would undergo numerous transformations, each one more sophisticated and deadly than the previous. This evolution from the primitive fire lance to the modern weapons we are familiar with today was a path marked by ingenuity, discovery, and a relentless quest for power. Each step in this journey brought with it new challenges and opportunities. Every innovation represented a new chapter in the history of warfare. The spread of gunpowder and the development of firearms were not just technological advancements, they were pivotal moments that redefined the way wars were fought and nations were shaped. Indeed, the history of firearms is an intricate tale of progress, innovation, and human ambition. It's a story that reflects our civilization's never-ending pursuit of power and dominance. And it all started with a simple substance, discovered by a civilization that valued knowledge, exploration, and the power of nature's elements. The evolution of firearms has a long and winding journey, marked by countless twists and turns. Yet, despite the complexities and the challenges, humanity has persevered in its quest to harness the power of gunpowder. From the simple fire lance to the complex weaponry of today, each step has been a testament to our ingenuity and ambition. Now, centuries after its invention, gunpowder continues to shape the course of history. Its legacy is etched deep in the annals of time, its influence felt in every corner of the globe. Today, as we stand at the forefront of technological advancement, we continue to bear witness to the enduring power and impact of this ancient invention. With the spread of gunpowder, the stage was set for the evolution of firearms, setting the world on a path towards modern warfare. As the knowledge of gunpowder spread, so did the innovation and development of firearms. Journeying back to the 14th century, one of the first handheld firearms was the hand cannon. It was a simple yet revolutionary device, a tube mounted on a pole and fired by a touch hole. But as simple as it was, it sparked a series of developments that would forever change the face of warfare. By the 15th century, the hand cannon had evolved into the arquebus. This was a game changer. Unlike the hand cannon, the arquebus was lighter, easier to handle, and had a hook that could be braced against a wall or a parapet to absorb the recoil. This meant soldiers could now aim and fire more accurately, a significant improvement in the battlefield. The evolution didn't stop there. The 16th century witnessed the introduction of the musket. Heavier and more powerful than the arquebus, the musket became the standard infantry weapon. It was a turning point in military tactics. Armies could now deliver lethal volleys of fire at longer ranges, changing the dynamics of warfare. Then, in the 17th century, another major development occurred: the flintlock mechanism. This mechanism used a piece of flint to strike steel, creating a spark that ignited the gunpowder. Not only was it more reliable, it was also safer and faster. The flintlock mechanism led to the development of pistols, smaller handheld firearms that could be carried and used with one hand. From the humble hand cannon to the sophisticated flintlock pistol, each step in the evolution of firearms brought about new strategies and tactics in warfare. But it wasn't just about warfare. These innovations in firearms also influenced hunting, sport, and personal defense, making them an integral part of human history. The evolution of firearms had a profound impact on global warfare and shaped the course of history. The Industrial Revolution brought about massive changes in many areas of life, and firearms were no exception. As the curtain of the 19th century rose, the world witnessed a significant leap in firearms innovation: the introduction of the breech-loading rifle. This was a game-changer in the realm of weaponry. Unlike the traditional muzzle-loading guns, where ammunition was loaded from the front of the barrel, breech-loading rifles allowed soldiers to load rounds into the back of the barrel. This seemingly simple shift in design drastically increased the rate of fire and the overall efficiency on the battlefield. But the evolution didn't stop there. As we moved towards the close of the 19th and into the early 20th century, the scene was set for another groundbreaking development: the machine gun. The rapid-fire, fully automatic weapon had an enormous effect on the nature of warfare. Its lethal efficiency made it a devastating tool in the hands of soldiers. Parallel to this, the era also saw the advent of semi-automatic firearms. These firearms could fire one round with each trigger pull, without the need for manual reloading. This feature provided a balance between the rapid-fire capability of machine guns and the control of single-shot rifles, making them an ideal choice for both military and civilian use. These developments transformed the dynamics of warfare. Battles became more intense and destructive. The devastating conflicts of the world wars bore witness to this change. Machine guns mowed down lines of advancing soldiers, while semi-automatic firearms ensured that every soldier was more than just a single-shot combatant. The toll of these wars was immense, and the role of firearms in shaping this cannot be understated. It wasn't just the battlefield that was affected. The evolution of firearms also had profound implications on global politics. Nations vied for supremacy in arms production, and the balance of power was often determined by who held the most advanced weaponry. The industrial age and its aftermath saw unprecedented advancements in firearms, shaping warfare and global politics in profound ways. In the modern era, the development of firearms has continued at a rapid pace. The mid-20th century marked the introduction of assault rifles, two of the most iconic being the AK-47 and the M16. These weapons, designed for rapid fire and durability, revolutionized warfare and became symbolic of global conflicts. But the march of progress didn't stop there. With the dawn of the 21st century came the advent of smart guns and other high-tech firearms. These sophisticated pieces of weaponry incorporate advanced technologies such as biometric locks and GPS tracking, ensuring that only authorized users can fire them and providing real-time location data. These advancements have not only changed the face of warfare, but have also significantly shaped global politics. The distribution and control of such powerful tools of conflict have become central issues in international relations. The question of who has access to these weapons and how they are used is a contentious topic that continues to dominate global discourse. The history of firearms is a testament to humanity's ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of technological advancement. It's a journey that takes us from the simplicity of the fire-lance, a rudimentary weapon of the ancient world, to the high-tech, precision-engineered firearms of the present day. From the simple fire-lance to the high-tech firearms of today, the history of guns is a fascinating journey of innovation, conflict, and power. We've journeyed through centuries of firearm history, witnessing the evolution of power and warfare. We've seen the origins of firearms, their evolution, and their impact during the industrial age and beyond. We've also delved into the modern era of firearms, understanding their profound influence on history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of guns. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating historical content.